this is every man for himself in here right now, and it didn't turn out like that. It's got to be mayhem in there, and we see Rhodes with Jaggers here, and Funk Jr. He's still got his eye out for them, and he's looking for anybody he can right now because he's gonna lose.
And the ring completely filled, and it is Dory Funk Jr. hurdled from the ring. Dusty Rhodes right after him outside the ring catches him. And again, the intensity of this feud between these two continues to build. There's no question about that. And as you can see, of course, a ring full of competitors. Well, this battle is a long way from being over, that's for sure.
His opponent from Charlotte, North Carolina, at 241 pounds, Nature Boy Ric Flair.
Ric Flair going up against Gypsy Joe, and as I said earlier about Flair, of course, he has been going up against all forms of competitors. He has deliberately asked for matches with bigger men, smaller men, taller men, heavier men, becoming to himself totally and completely versatile. Flair moves in very quickly, gets a side headlock. Flair, good shoulder smash coming off, throws Flair up and over his man. Flair, nice reversal on a hip toss. Had Gypsy Joe down. Arm drag takedown, another arm drag takedown. And so, Gypsy Joe leaves the ring. Notice the outstanding physical, muscular definition and conformation on Ric Flair. As I've said before, he talks a lot about the high life, but he is a totally and completely dedicated athlete and has with one goal left in life. Flair breaks it up, uses that elbow very effectively. Flair, bring right hand across the midsection. Flair catches Gypsy Joe coming in. Flair again moves in on his man. Smashes Gypsy Joe into the far turnbuckle. Powered off by Flair, and there you see that tremendous upper body strength that he has. Gypsy Joe, a boot into the chest. Gypsy Joe, a short jolting uppercut. Another one across the chest. Flair feinted with the shoulders, dropped in with the feet, now caught him with a hard right hand, and Gypsy Joe halfway outside the ring. And Flair continues the punishment of Gypsy Joe. Flair measured him that time. Forward leg trip by Ric Flair. Flair drives that knee into the biceps and triceps of Gypsy Joe. Flair to the bottom wrist lock now. Gypsy Joe trying to get some leverage. Lashing Flair into that turnbuckle. Flair again caught by Gypsy Joe. Gypsy Joe now choking it is Gypsy Joe, an open slap into the chest. A short chopping right hand to the side of the jaw. Good forearm by Flair. Flair now arm whips Gypsy Joe into the turnbuckle. As he charged in, Gypsy Joe broke it up. Flair rolling backward somersault back on his man, and now Flair beginning to lose his cool just a little bit. A series of forearms and a chop across the throat and another one. High hip toss by Ric Flair. Flair caught again by Gypsy Joe, dropped to the canvas. Flair again with that tremendous upper body strength. Able to power him off. Gypsy Joe again closes in. Imagine the stamina, the drive, the desire, that this Ric Flair must have to take the number of matches that he has had recently to prepare himself for an opportunity to gain that coveted championship that he wants so badly. He has driven himself unmercifully and has maintained a physical condition par excellence. Flair again brings him up. Beautiful souffle, Flair. And again, using that figure four, and of course it was the figure four that brought Jack Briscoe the World Heavyweight Championship, but it was to the right side. Flair uses that figure four to the left side, an unusual application. He is the only man, as I've said before, in professional wrestling that I know of today that uses the application of the figure four in the manner in which he does. And to my knowledge, nobody at this time has achieved a defense for it. But tomorrow night at the Omni, of course, this will be the critical thing. Can he get that figure four on Harley Race?
Tomorrow night at the Omni, 24 hours. I'm going to show Race. I'm going to show the world that belt that's ready to change hands. I've waited. I've stood in line. And now, the Nature Boy stands number one among them all. Tomorrow night, Race, I'm taking the NWA title. Be at your best, brother, because you're going to have to be a dude to handle a Nature Boy.
I just don't think you got it, Hernandez.
Well, Guerrero doesn't think much of your chances of taking his belt away from him.
Anyone that has to wear their name on their shirt shows their intelligence. Chavo Guerrero, tú eres un maricón, baboso, frijolero. You're nothing. Comparing Chavo Guerrero and myself is like comparing a donkey and a parent's coach limousine. The biggest night in wrestling, Paul Bosch, 5 titles. One thing I can guarantee everyone, there will be one title change. When I become the World International Junior Heavyweight Champion, I'm coming in my limousine. I've got my bar there to celebrate. I've got my phone because I'm sure President Reagan's going to want to call me. Farrah Fawcett's going to call me. Everyone's going to congratulate me. And when I ride out that building, I guarantee you I will be riding out with the moonroof's back, me standing up in the top of it, and I want all of you to picture me riding out in my limousine with my World International Junior Heavyweight title riding out the back of the building. Chavo Guerrero, get ready.
Hey, Dillon is there for one purpose. He has brought Abdullah the Butcher here to Championship Wrestling, and he wants to make sure that everything is okay before the Butcher steps into the ring. Here comes one of the Islanders, this Sika Anoya, the 300-pounder that will be going against Abdullah the Butcher. Mr. Dillon still checking the ring, not wanting the Islander to come in. Oh, look out! Look out! Abdullah the Butcher has come in. He's got a board. Abdullah the Butcher has come in. He has got the Islander, Sika Anoya. He's thrown him down on an announcer's desk. He is choking. He is choking. Anoya is grabbing the clock. He has got the bell. He's got the clock. He is choking. Abdullah Butcher is here. James Dillon trying to get Abdullah Butcher out of there. And now he's got him going into the ring. He is already fighting Sika Anoya, one of the Islanders, who weighs in at 300 pounds. Abdullah the Butcher is 308 pounds. Here comes Abdullah the Butcher into the wall. Into the wall. Oh, Abdullah the Butcher going after Sika Anoya. He got it. Oh, everything has happened. Now Abdullah the Butcher is choking. As he has tore up everything here on Championship Wrestling. Abdullah the Butcher choking. Choking. Anoya. James Dillon out here looking as the Butcher got started early. This match is underway, whether you believe it or not. If the bell didn't sound because the bell was thrown away by Abdullah the Butcher, and it is running. Abdullah the Butcher. James Dillon yells something into his chest. true. He is choking the Islanders. Zeke Noya. He's 300 pounds, remember. Abdullah Victor comes in at 308 pounds. Now, James.
Next here on the Georgia Championship Wrestling.
Get who? Tell me, get who?
I know who you are.
Yeah, you ought to know. Let me tell you something. I don't want to get personal with you, or nobody else for that matter. But don't shuffle me as another name on Championship Wrestling. You know, when I came in the country from overseas last week, I was passing through Los Angeles and saw the show on TV. Gordon Soley telling everybody how big Bruiser Brody is. Everybody who knows anything about professional wrestling knows how big I am. You don't need to tell them how big, what kind of wrestler I am. What they want to know and what you want to know is what I can do in the ring. If what they heard about what I do in the ring is true, don't give him the gaga about he's another big goof, 300 pounds in the wrestling business. Don't give him the gaga about what a good wrestler I am, because none of that matters. You get down to the guts of the situation and tell him exactly what I do in the ring. That way, I'm going to get along with you. I'm going to get along with everybody. The wrestlers, the promoters, the fans, and mostly you.
Yeah, well, all right, I'll tell you what, Mr. Brody, we have a match scheduled. Big Jim Duggan is scheduled to wrestle right now. And if you... Arm drag and twist now by Duggan. And it is... What? Well, I'll be... Bruiser Brody charges in as Rose started to come to him. It's Bruiser Brody after Rose. The referee calling for the bell as he is disqualified. Ooh! Slammed him into that ring apron. Now has... Brody just going berserk here on Pat Rose. Just went absolutely berserk. And again, Rose literally demolished by this man, Brody. And
now talk to me. I feel a whole lot better right now than I did a couple minutes ago when I was out here. You know, a lot of guys can come out here week after week and they can shoot their big mouths off. And I'll probably be the biggest offender there's ever been, because I got a great big yapper that nobody's been able to close. I told you, and I told everybody who watches this show, I don't care whether it's on the East Coast or the West Coast, I came here for a reason. Don't think I'm looking for work. I'm not. I came here because I was asked. I was asked personally to come here. And don't mistake me. I wasn't asked to come here for money, because what I'm going to do here, I don't want paid for it. I come here on a personal favor for a very, very personal friend of mine. And what's going to happen? Go ahead, butt in, because I know we're going to have a lot of conflict.
well, I'm just a little...
But I'm going to make it clear. This is a beginning. Don't say I've never seen nothing like it, because you're going to see a lot more of it.
Well...
The 57-day wonder, the man that they said couldn't do anything, has finally done it all. There's not a human being that's ever put a pair of tights on anywhere in the world, alive in the world, that can say that he's helped the world's heavyweight title more times than Harley Race. 6 times world's heavyweight champion. And, buddy, I'm not done yet. At 38 years old, there's still many and many and many a mile left, many a record for me to set all on my own. But Tommy Rich, I want to give credit where credit is absolutely due. You're a man among men. 7 days ago, you did not have to, or nor could you have been forced into it, had given me the opportunity of winning this back. But you were that kind of a man, the man that I have been all my life, regardless of whoever else may have comments in another direction. and I'm going to give you your just due. You can have that return any time you want it, buddy. Anytime you want it, come after it, because you're talking the living legend above all. Right here, right now, the world's heavyweight champion, 6 times around. Can you imagine how many years it's going to be before there's another human being that's capable of breaking a record like that? I am truly the wrestler's wrestler. It says it right on the top of the buckle. World's heavyweight champion.
Tommy Wright does not know where he's at right now, except he knows he must know he's in a lot of trouble. Brian St. John suddenly Alan, you heard him. He's coming over here at this particular time. Ken Patera, ladies and gentlemen. Ken, welcome back to Georgia, first of all.
Well, thank you, Gordon. Now, I want to get one thing straight. I heard you out here calling me Ken Patera.